welcome to today's video. 10 fantasy books or series that I would recommend. Now, I don't know if I've done this before, but if I have, I'm sure the answers are different now because, geez, my tastes have changed. I know that in the past, one thing that I would have recommended was The Mortal Instruments or The Infernal Devices. Yeah, no, those aren't things I would recommend now. I've fallen off of that little wagon there. Without further ado, let's get into this. Our first one, which is at the top of my list, is Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. Amazing book. I've loved it every time I've reread it. It's so great. It's good on its own. It does have a companion novel. Personally, I don't think you need to read the companion novel because I personally am not the biggest fan of the companion novel. Sure, when I did my review on it, I hyped it up, but it's not the best. So you could read this as a standalone and be done, and it'd be perfectly fine. But yeah, so this is one of my high recommendations. Highly recommend. I'm not going to grab every one of these off the shelf because that means I have to move. Our next one is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. And need I say more than it was one of the few books that made me cry? My God. I wonder if I would cry even now. That would be a test. Should I test it? I don't know. But Heartless is really just an amazing standalone. Marissa Meyer is an amazing writer of fairy tale retellings. Love it. And this follows the Queen of Hearts. Yes? I'm not familiar with Alice in Wonderland. But it follows the Queen of Hearts, so very interesting. Amazing book. If you are looking to cry, definite recommend. Bring tissues. You won't need it through most of the book. However, at the end, you will. I promise you will need it. Our next one is the entire Shadow of the Fox trilogy, and the reason it's the entire one is because it's a trilogy. It belongs together. Also, you might find that the books they're readable and they're good. They're good. So, but on their own, they don't really stand out. But together, tied with the third book, chills going up my spine. Emotions are being brought back. Again, end of the third book, you will cry. Bring tissues. Yeah, Shadow of the Fox trilogy, definitely give it a read. It surprised me in the end. Our next one is Lore by Alexandra Bracken. Now, I'm recommending this not because it's made me cry or it's moved me in any way, but because it's just a good book with Greek mythos in it. And you know what? I love me some Greek mythology, so sign me up. I really did like Lore. Lore was a really good standalone for it having pretty strong ties to Greek mythology, which Greek mythology isn't small, though I do think you should have some knowledge of Greek mythology before going in. So, you don't need a whole lot, but you need some. You need some. Our next one is Four Dead Queens by Astrid Schuldt. The reason I recommend this is because It's fucking amazing. It keeps you guessing. You don't know what's actually happening. Oh my God. Timelines are all messed up in this book, and it's amazing. I love it. It's great. I actually kind of want to reread it. Queens are dying all over the place. Queens that rule the land, they're just dying. It's amazing. And it's all because of some sort of mind control. Next one is Crown of Oblivion. Now, if anyone who's heard me talk about Crown of Oblivion will know, I like the book and the concept, and that's why I recommend it. But no, Crown of Oblivion, I think its ending was rushed and kind of too open. I feel like there was more to it. There was more that should have happened, and so I think it should have had a sequel. Personally, that's what I think should have happened, but you know what? It didn't. Of course, I might be misremembering. I don't know, but I feel like it should have had a better ending. Did it? No. But you know what? It's still worth the read because it's an interesting concept. And you know what? You can form your own opinions about it. I'm just a little salty about the end. Our next one is the Elemental Trilogy. I read these from the library in like 2017. Damn. And like these still have a hold on me because, oh my God, I cried. I cried with these books. Like, seriously, how, I don't cry very easily. Just to let you guys know, I don't cry that easily. But I cried with the Elemental Trilogy. There's a picture here. And, oh my God, definitely give it a read. It's, especially for, like, beginners in the fantasy world, like, that's something I would definitely give a read. It was honestly one of the first few books that made me cry. And that's an amazing feat. And so it deserves to be on this list. Alright, so here's the issue, everyone. I left out 2 books, apparently. My eyes skipped over them. So here are the other 2 books of the 10. Not recording video for this because I frankly don't want to deal with that. So you just get pictures of the books. This next one is Defy the Night, which I don't know why I skipped over this one of all the books in this list. Why did I skip over Defy the Night? Oh my God. Now I'm sure I have sang Defy the Night's praises for quite a while since I read the first book. And you know what? I'm gonna continue to sing its praises. Because even though I have not read Destroy the Day, I cannot wait to read it. And I love the direction that Brigid Kemmerer is going with Defy the Night. And it's just, I love it. And I love every little bit of it. If you're into hidden truths, and it can get quite political at times, but honestly, it's amazing. I just like the direction it's going, and so can't wait to read the final book. But definitely do give this one a read because it deserves love, and frankly, I personally don't find enough people talking about it. But that just could be because I'm not in very many social circles. Because I'm an introvert that's also somewhat antisocial. So, haha. And then our other one I completely passed over is 3 Dark Crowns. Now, I'll be honest, I have not finished 3 Dark Crowns. I need to reread the entire series because I read 3 Dark Crowns and 1 Dark Throne, I think is the second. But I did not continue from there, which I wanted to. I do love it. which is why it's on this list. But like, this is more of a darker storyline from what I remember, and definitely worth the read. And I will be giving these a read once I buy the books. I read the first two from the library, which is why I don't own them, and so I can't really do rereads like right away. But I do want to reread these because it's just, I really love the concept and how just dark, how dark the whole concept is. It's amazing. I don't remember a whole lot from it, but I do know that I really did love reading it, and I think this was my first real delve into like the darker side of fantasy. Because I read Three Dark Crowns when it came out. I don't know if I covered it on a video, and I'm not going to check because I got to edit this video and have it up tomorrow. But this one, I would say if you're into like darker themes, definitely give Three Dark Crowns a shot as well. Anyways, those are the two that I left out. And we will continue on to the last one. And our last one is the Ash Princess trilogy. Now, this is a bit darker than everything else. And, just a little bit of a sexual assault, I believe, and a lot of things that shouldn't have happened but did happen. But you know what? It's fine. What are we gonna do about it other than just deal with it? Honestly, it's an amazing book series, and I love it, and I kind of want to do a reread. Have I even covered this series on my channel? I didn't. I never covered this series. I'm going to reread this series. I know I have so much to do this year, but I'm going to reread this series and cover it book by book. I don't remember a lot of it, but I do know it touched me. And you know what? That's great. But it's an amazing concept. Definitely take a look at it if you have not read it. There are some sensitive subjects on it, though, in it, so read at your own risk. And if things start to get too hard, stop reading. Just stop. No story is worth risking your mental health. So those are my 10 fantasy books I would recommend. And so I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you want to support me, links to my books are down in the description below. If you like the video, give it a like. If you want to see more content from me, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you get notified when I post a new video. Because we all know how great I am at that, hence this entire week. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!